To know more about Julid Fisabilillah, now we have here in the studio the man himself, Erlangga Greschinov. Hello, Erlangga. How are you? Thank you for joining us here in the studio.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
He's usually on the net.
Oh, yes.
Now he's here.
Usually on the X, now you're here. Now, let's get into it. You initiated the counter-narrative against the Zionists on social media with the hashtag Julid Fisabilillah.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you tell us what this hashtag means? Is it massive movement on social media, and what platform do you use, and who are your targets?
Yeah, actually this is the way of Indonesians, especially most of us who care about the Palestinians. And we already use a lot of means to help the Palestinians, including donation and also diplomatic pressure to the government. But we think that this way isn't enough, and we still need to act more, including in social media. And we swarm. We attack some prominent Zionist accounts, yeah, in X, in Instagram, and also in TikTok. And actually, it has an effect. Yeah, it has effects to a lot of government officials, and also to propaganda accounts, yeah, and also to some IDF soldiers. Yeah, so actually, Julid Fisabilillah means it is the way of God when we use our tongue, our talk to undermine the Zionist propaganda in social media.
Okay, so what are the reasons for doing this counter-narrative against the Zionists? And I know that you understand the social media effect is so huge, and you want to target them and the propaganda through social media, but why are you using this counter-narrative against the Zionists on social media?
Yeah, as we know that the Zionist propaganda is everywhere, and they are influencing a lot of people around the world, including in Indonesia. And that's why we need to do any means to counter the narratives, including using a lot of argumentation and debunk their hoaxes. And that is something that we use, and also we do a lot of trolling to them. Yeah, we are giving them a lot of negative comments, and it can actually make their mental down. Yeah.
Okay. Well, a lot of friends, a lot of people who have been doing this social media campaign against the Zionists as well, they got censored. And some of the posts are taken down. Have you ever had the same experience?
Yeah, I also had the same experience when we attacked in 2nd December. Yeah, we actually had a general attack on 2 December when my account was banned for 12 hours. Yeah, and I couldn't make any tweets. Yeah, and that's why we use another account so we can be active in the time of attack.
Okay, so you need everybody to join in to do your trolling,
yeah,
or
exactly.
your. So the name is Julid, which is very Indonesian. But like, how massive are we talking about this movement? And other than Indonesian, are there any netizens out there that join in from other country? And if so, how do you organize between the countries? I mean, do you use other platform, or how do you
get it?
organize?
So actually, I believe that this movement has been carried out by a lot of people. I think it's about 100,000 people, yeah, has been joining us in this movement. And also, this movement is not only by Indonesians, but also by Malaysian and Turkish netizens.
Malaysian, Turkish,
Malaysian and Turkish,
and Indonesian. So
and
it's
Indonesia.
3 nationalities.
Yes. And also for how we make arrangement about how this going on, we actually have a group, yeah, a group for the commanders. Yeah, we actually have commanders that have a job. Yeah, have jobs. For me, I actually for the counter narrative. Yeah, and the other commander, like, they are targeting the information. Yeah, they also have like counter narrative too, but they are in the different scope.
I see. How do you calibrate all these people from other countries, let's say, or even from Indonesia? I mean, do you accept everyone that would like to join this, or do you have any sort of like system?
Yes, actually,
Sort of
for the
calibrate?
commanders, we have some influential figures in corresponding countries for joining us, because when we invite the influential people, and then we can make this movement become bigger than before.
Yeah. Okay, so the hashtag Julid Fisabilillah movement it's quite massive on Zionist social media accounts, and you also send out invitations to your followers to attack these social media accounts.
Yeah.
How do you do it, and how do you determine the targets of your attacks, and what results have you so far achieved?
Yeah, actually, for determining the target, we have discussed. Actually, we also target the main propaganda account, and recently we have targeted the three main officials, Israel officials. That is the Minister of Defense of Israel, Yoav Gallant, and the second one is Itamar Ben Gvir. He is the Minister of National Security of
National
Israel,
Security,
and
yes.
the third one is the Gilad Erdan. Yeah, he is the United Nations Ambassador for Israel. Ambassador for United Nations. Yeah.
Now, what you're doing seems very extreme. Like we're talking about high officials of the Israeli, and you're also trying to attack their main Zionist propaganda account, as you mentioned earlier. Am I correct? Now, do you ever feel afraid, or like do you even get any threat from any?
Yeah, actually, we have experienced some threats regarding of our movement. For example, I am reported to the police in the corresponding country, including in Israel and also in United Kingdom, and Europe, as general nations.
Are you not afraid of these threats? I mean, a lot of people are doing the same thing, but your effort is probably like a bar higher than the others, because you're targeting officials that are like leaders of Israelis. So you're not afraid to threat
actually,
you and
for
your family?
afraid, we have carried out some security measures to counter such things. Of course, such as we protect our accounts in social media, and also some of our movements. Like we cannot make a story where we are here. Like for example, like perhaps in Instagram, you can make a story, right, where you are located, and we are actually avoiding these things.
Well, some people, when they try to make campaign on social media, they sort of like change some of the wordings or letters. Do you also do that?
For example, like Israel becomes Israel.
Something like that, yes.
Actually, we have some codes too to refer to such things. For example, like EDF, we refer to I forgot the name. It's Halode. EDF with Halode, and Israel become Sirewel. So if we say Halode Israel, it means that Israel soldiers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you're using that sounds very Indonesian terms, which is, does it translate to other countries like you mentioned earlier, like Malaysia and
I'm not
Turkey?
sure, but actually most of us are Indonesians, and for Malaysian and Turkish, perhaps they have also their own terms to such things.
I don't know. We have to do our own efforts according to what we can do. And it seems like the President, Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, would not be afraid of anything, even without international support. With international support, he will still going to go besieging Gaza until the end. So what would you think would be the effect of this social media attack that you have been doing so far?
For the course of the war, we think that we cannot affect directly about the result of the war. But for making a counter narrative in social media, it has a profound effect actually for for their spending in propaganda. Yeah, because Zionism is always supported by a lot of propaganda and it needs a lot of money to carry such things. And that's why as Indonesians we have a moral obligation to help the Palestinians in social media. Yeah, we attack their propaganda account to make their propaganda failed.
Is it also including, the boycotting of some brands that will go directly to the support of the military?
Yeah. That is some of our concern too. That is carried out by the other commander. Yeah.
How do you? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar. Do you do your own fact checking, or like how do you gather the information and making sure like this is the right person to
Attack.
I don't want to use the word attack, but at the same time, some information, there's double standards out there. Like how do you vetting the information that you're getting and then making sure that the information is valid?
Yeah, actually we gather information first and then we discuss it with the other commanders. Yeah.
So you believe, okay. Now, have you heard, I want to ask you a question, because we've heard out there is an information saying that the social media, some of the social media platforms are actually being controlled by former IDF. Do you know about this information, and how would you actually go against that? I mean, if you want to share everything on social media, at the same time you have those people who are guarding social media, how are you going to go through those?
Yeah, actually we know that some social media accounts are more pro-Israeli. And we counter this with, as we discussed earlier, that we use some codes to repel such banning scheme from them. And also for me personally, Twitter or X, it is the one of most common platform for me to counter the narrative, and it is more free. Yeah, it's more free if we combat the narrative there. If we compare it with Instagram and TikTok. Yeah.
Sorry, when you say free, you mean you're allowed to say the things that you want to say. There's no limitation in the sense that we're talking about like Meta, or we're talking about TikTok. They might ban the things that you might want to say. Is that what you're
for
saying?
example, like when we mentioning Hamas in Instagram, it can lead to blocking or banning the account. Or
Meanwhile?
deleting. Meanwhile, in X, it's free.
Wow.
Oh.
So wow, Elon Musk is actually doing something. Now, this is interesting that you guys doing this attack on the social media, but at the same time, when we're talking about the Zionist propaganda, it doesn't stop only at the social media. We're talking about the website, televisions. Some of the education system, I cannot deny that it's actually there. So, what's the long-term goals? Like, how long are you guys gonna last? And then when hopefully this war is gonna end soon.
Yeah.
With what we hope, the free of Palestinian. But when is it over? Are you guys gonna continue this movement, or what's your plan for long?
Yes, I get it. So actually, we couldn't determine yet about the result of our movement, because the result in the field is very unpredictable, because we don't know how the course of war will be carried out. Because there are a lot of battles out there between Hamas and Israeli soldiers, and one of the scenario is that the Gaza Strip will be divided into two areas, right? The first one is for Gazan people, and the second one will be occupied by the IDF soldiers. It is in North Gaza. And of course, our narrative will be very different. If the Israeli soldiers in the future will retreat from Gaza, and then our course will be also different. So actually, it depends on the on situation on the field. For example, like when our hospital, Indonesian hospitals, was attacked by the Zionists, and that's why we carried out the 2nd December attack. Yeah, that was the response from us about such bombing in our hospitals.
Meaning as well, Indra was asking whether this is going to take more than just social media. Are you going to take that measure as well?
Yeah. Also, actually, we hack some personal information from websites because this movement is very huge, and a lot of them are having their skill, to hack and then to gather information that is not available publicly, and some of them are successfully getting some information regarding personal information of high-ranking Israeli officials. Yeah, that's why in our current attack, we can gather 3 personal number of high-ranking Israeli officials.
It seems like it's not going to stop very soon, definitely. What are your hopes for the Palestinians and also the Julit Fi Sabilillah movement, perhaps in the coming years?
I actually hope that the peace in the Middle East, particularly in Palestine and Gaza Strip, will be soon obtained, and also I hope that this Julit Fi Sabilillah will be more massive in the future, because this is one of our way that we can use to help the Gazan people among donation and also diplomatic pressure.
All right, thank you very much, Erlangga, for coming to see today's studio and,
thank you so
and for
much
the
for
information regarding Fi Sabilillah, Julit Fi Sabilillah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, so we're going for another break now.
And after the break, Russia will deliver some economics and business updates, so stay here only on 3 Hour News Show on See Today.